Hello lovelies, and welcome to Being a Sweaty Mess with Angela. It is currently Christmas Eve, which means I've done my final shop. I finished work at noon today, so I had time to get some bits and bobs done, and now I have time off until the 4th of January, which I am very stoked about. Not only for good old content's sake, but also for my sanity, because your girl needs a break. It's just a thing, people need a break. Anyway, I've just lugged all of my shopping upstairs. I went to Dan Murphy's, I went to Woolworths, I got lots of berries, I've got to make pavlovas today and a sticky date pudding. Basically, it's never over till it's over. But anyway, I've got my shopping over there. I still haven't put it away because I can't be bothered, but you know, I kind of need to, considering, you know, there's cold stuff in there. As a matter of fact, there's ice cream, which has probably been sitting in there for too long now. So, you know, I'm gonna stop prattling on for the moment. We're gonna hang out, do a bit of a Christmas Eve vlog, and I'll see you after I put my groceries away. I haven't even put everything away. What a scroll. Okay, evidently I've purposely left a couple of things out, considering I will be doing some baking. However, I'm not entirely sure how much of the ride I'm letting you guys come along for, because basically, I like watching stuff while I cook, and I can't watch stuff while I cook when you guys are here. I am, however, actually going to tell you guys a few Christmas stories today. I'm going to get my berries ready for my pavlova, chop them up, prep, all that stuff, and basically have a chit chat. So hang tight, I'll get my berries out. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. Look at the strawberries, aren't they glorious? So beautiful. I was really lucky because when I got to work this afternoon, literally as I got there was a guy like putting all the new berries out, so I was like, oh, perfect. Went did the rest of my shopping, came back and helped myself to all the berries I want. So I'm pretty pleased about that. I've just grabbed 2 big containers to put the berries in. I'm basically just gonna kind of like make a mix. One is for my side of the family and one is for Braden's family. So there's things happening, but yeah, berry mixes. I've got 1 punnet of raspberries per pavlova because they're more expensive, so you only get 1 of those. And 1 of blueberries. India. Yay for berries. And then I'm just gonna chop up the strawberries. Woo! I feel like I need 1 bowl for the strawberries and then I'll separate them after. That's probably a better idea. Okay, let's test some Christmas stories. Let's start with the worst Christmas present I ever received. This is a real dig at my parents. I'll hold a grudge about this forever, and I'm sure that my sister will too. But it makes for a pretty funny story, so I'll forgive them, I guess, but I will never forget. So basically, when my sister and I were kids, we had our own room with our own TV, and my parents would usually watch TV in the lounge room. Which, you know, as you do, because you don't really want to have to watch the kids' stuff all the time, and you don't want to listen to them complain if they don't get to watch what they want to watch. So, another TV, right? Logical. This Christmas, my parents got my sister and I a brand new DVD player of our own. Just checking my finger because I nearly cut myself then. I need to pay more attention. Talking about like the stages when DVD players were still new, because, you know, I'm that generation. We had a video player in our room, but we did not yet have a DVD player. So my parents got us, as in my sister and I, a DVD player for Christmas. However, here is the catch. We've opened up our DVD player. We're super excited to have received it. But what do my parents do? They take their old DVD player, put it out in our room, and take our supposed present for themselves. So much for it being our Christmas present. We all know that you just wanted a new DVD player. Gave us the old one. It was a disgrace. And I will never forget that. Worst Christmas present ever. Present from my parents. So fake. This is just terrible. You know, granted, yeah, we still got a DVD player, but it was their old one. That wasn't the one we unwrapped. If you're gonna do that, wrap the old one. Okay, what other stories have I got for you guys? This was my first Christmas with Braden, actually. So that was December 2019. At this stage, I was still living with my sister. So Christmas was going to be semi-hosted at our place. We would go to a buffet at Joondalup Resort with my mum's side of the family. So beforehand, we would have people over at our house to open presents. And basically, we were like cleaning up the yard and everything, mowing the lawns, all that jazz. And smart chickie that I am, I didn't put sunscreen on when I was outside doing stuff. So I ended up with some very, very, very burnt shoulders. or arms. Actually, no, I was wearing a t-shirt and I had a really bad t-shirt sunburn on my arms. Which was just great because the dress that I was wearing for Christmas was a strappy one, so that looked delightful. I'll put some photos on for you. It's a real look. It's fabulous. Subsequently, Brayden decided that it would be really funny to wrap up some sunscreen for me for Christmas. So yeah, he gifted me some sunscreen. And funnily enough, I actually, if you guys watched my video the other day, I'm burnt again at the moment, but at least this time I didn't get burnt on Christmas Eve. I got burnt a week before Christmas, so it has time to fade. You'd think they would learn, but apparently not. At least I intended on putting sunscreen on the other day. It's just that I didn't have any. But yeah, so that was a thing, being the sassy little bugger that he is. We actually still had that sunscreen for quite some time, but that's the one that we left at a friend's house the other day, which meant that I got burnt again. So apparently if I don't have the sunscreen that Brayden provided me with, I get burnt. So what my strawberries looking like so far, guys? Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, I'm not really gonna like show you guys the process of making the pavlovas because it's basically me just standing there beating eggs and, well not eggs, egg whites and sugar together. Not very thrilling, not a lot of ingredient adding, just literally standing there beating. So I'm not gonna bother with that, but I will show you guys the mixture and me putting them on the trays, all that kind of fun stuff. I think I might have gone a little overboard with the strawberries here, but that's fine. For those of you looking at my lovely greasy hair today, we all know that that's just the way that it is before Christmas because when I have clean hair for Christmas Day, therefore it suffers it suffers for a couple of days beforehand. That's fun. Oh, look at the glorious bowl of strawberries. We love the strawberries. Okay, now to figure out how many are going into here. Let's just go. Look. What do you reckon? Enough berries to cover up a pavlova? These are the amount I have left though. I have like a TikTok stuck in my brain right now. It's like, this dog is a tiny dog, not like that dog, that's a big dog. If anyone knows what that is, please just like support me here. This dog is a tiny dog. Those are my berries! Pack for each family. Perfect. Gotta have that on. Okay, let's put these in a container so that I can reuse that bowl as well. Oh, if I have to eat the rest, God damn, I love strawberries. I did buy myself some bubbles, well not myself and Brayden. Some bubbles to have later as a bit of a celebratory Angela finishing work. Not that Brayden's finished yet, but we're still going to celebrate for me. But for now, I'm going to have a celebration myself. Cheers. Okay, I'll tidy up, then I'll be back.
Okay, so I lied. I said that I would be back after I cleaned up, but I went ahead and made pavlova. And I'm trying it in my food processor for once, which I think is going to be way easier.
Okay, so it turns out that it wasn't easy, as I said in the video. It actually just didn't beat it right, so I had to do it by hand, but I think I managed to save it for the most part. Well, I did. It turned out fine. So, yeah, moving on.
Okay, this is what it's looking like. I'm not 100% sold that it's thick enough. It seems a little bit goopy to me, but I guess we'll just have to put it in the oven and see how we go. Fingers crossed. Okay, the concerns of it looking like a pancake are definitely rising, and hopefully this does some rising, because otherwise it's going to be a very sad pavlova. Wish me luck, otherwise I'm going to be redoing. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up making the sticky date tomorrow because Pav number one's looking a little sad. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to have to remake it. So after I do a second one and potentially a third one, probably not going to feel like doing much more. Plus pavlova takes like an hour and a half to cook, so time's running low. Don't really want to do stuff this evening, so maybe it's probably gonna be tomorrow as well, considering it's almost 3 o'clock. Also, recommendation, I just started watching the Tangled TV series and I am freaking obsessed. I started with that, like, there's like a 58-minute episode thing, and then it goes into the TV series, and I am freaking loving it. So if anyone likes Tangled, this is actually really freaking good, so watch it. Watch it. Okay, I don't know how well you guys can see because it's very reflecty, but I actually think it's going okay. It does look like it's rising a little bit. We're only about 20 minutes in, so I have high hopes. I think it's gonna be alright. Woo!
Now that right there is what it's meant to look like. Much better than the other one. Much more stiff and beautiful. I think this is going to be the winner. However, that being said, the other one is still in the oven right now. 15 minutes left. And it's actually, sneaky peek, looking pretty decent. So I think we're going to be fine with both of them. They're both going to turn out well. I am a happy chappy. I'm feeling really impatient waiting for like the last 15 minutes for that pav. So I'm going to tell you my last Christmas story that I forgot to tell you while I was cutting up the berries. This one will probably make you guys laugh quite a bit. It's actually somewhat of a confession. So I'm sure that my mum knew at the time because she's not stupid. But you're in for a funny one, okay? So every year when I was a kid, my grandparents for Christmas would get myself and my sister advent calendars. They still do. And when I say advent calendars, I mean the chocolate ones. When we were kids, they would usually get us ones on theme to things that we were liking at the time, which would quite often be Bratz or Barbie or Disney or some kind of TV show or something that we were enjoying, because obviously they have a lot of themed advent calendars out there for kids. One year, my grandparents got a Barbie one and a Bratz one, and at that stage my sister and I were liking Bratz more than Barbie. And being the younger sibling, I chucked a bit of a stinky and I wanted the Bratz one, even though the Bratz one was intended for my sister. And you know, younger child syndrome, I got my way. When it came to one of the days in the month, my mum thought that it would be nice to let my sister have one of the chocolates from mine and I'd have one of the chocolates from hers, just to make it, you know, a bit more fair, because I got the one that she wanted, or that we both wanted. At this stage, little Angela was freaking out a bit because this is the confession part. I used to go and I'd open up the other days that hadn't come in the month yet, and I would nibble the corners off and then put the chocolate back in the advent calendar and close it. And I thought it was so inconspicuous at the time. I was like, it doesn't even look like it's been opened. But on this day, it was one of the days that I'd been nibbling on the chocolates. And my mum was like, have you been eating the chocolate? And I was like, no, it must have been a mouse. A mouse got into my advent calendar. But then of course, you know, I wasn't enthused by the idea of throwing it out either. So obviously my mum probably would have known what's up. But yeah, I never actually officially confessed about it. So there you go. I was nibbling the corners of my advent calendar when I was a kid. I never ate the entire chocolate until it was the correct day, but the corners may have gone in advance. Cheeky child, what can I say? Okay guys, pavlova 1, she's out the oven. But I did also realize that the recipe, although it says to preheat it to 150 degrees, that's in a fan forced oven, it said to turn it down to 120 later. So this was cooked at a higher temperature than it was meant to be. I still think it's alright. It looks pretty good. It looks like a pavlova. That's what we want. The other one has just been put in the oven. Quick sneak peek. Yes, so that one looks better. This one still looks fantastic, let's be honest. It's a pavlova, it looks beautiful. However, I'm not really sure what to do with it because a lot of advice says to leave it in the oven to cool, but I can't do that when the oven is still on and I'm cooking another one. So I'm gonna put 2 tea towels over it, hope for the best. If you have any advice for me, it's probably gonna be a bit late, let's be honest, but I'll take it anyway just for future reference. If you guys know the best way to let your pavlova cool that isn't in the oven, let me know. Alright guys, now that pavlova number 2 is in the oven, I do believe I'm going to wrap things up. Here is a photo on screen of both the pavlovas side by side, so you can have a little look-see. That's the final result. I assume I'm going to be happy with it. Let's say I'm happy with it. I'm so happy with the result, very thrilled. I think they're both going to be delicious. I'm just anticipating, putting the good vibes out there. We want the good juju. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this little Christmas Eve vlog. I enjoyed filming it personally. I do like taking you guys around the house while I do my thing. I'm sorry that I did not get around to making it the sticky date pudding, but you know what? I'll chuck a photo of that on screen too. You can have a look. There you go. There's my sticky date pudding.
Yeah, sorry guys, not gonna happen. I kind of forgot to take a photo. My apologies.
Do love a sticky date pudding. Maybe I'll make it on screen another time for you guys. It was actually requested by Braden's mum, this one. She likes it when I make it, so I am doing that for Christmas Day. I threw in the pavlova because I have a too much gene. I was just meant to be making a pavlova for my family thing, but then I was like, well, I'm making a sticky date and I'm already making pavlova. I may as well make pavlova for Braden's thing too.
Like I said, too much, Jean. I go way overboard when it comes to Christmas cooking. But anyway, I can't stop myself. Last year I was like, I'm not gonna do it this year. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I still did it. Anyway, obviously this video has come out on Boxing Day, so that means that Christmas has already been for you guys. So, I just want to say,
Merry Christmas!
thank you so much for coming through this year with me. I super appreciate you guys. I've really enjoyed making my videos. Not gonna lie, some days it is a struggle, but you guys are definitely what makes it worth it. And the creative outlet, for sure. Love having a creative outlet. But yes, I hope that all of you have a very nice, relaxing Boxing Day after Christmas. And I will see you before the new year, so I'm not gonna say Happy New Year yet. I will say it soon though. If you guys did enjoy this video, please don't hesitate to give it a massive thumbs up for me. You guys know that it helps me out and I really appreciate it. And if you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Angela. You can join me and the lovely Ladada family on a more permanent basis by hitting the subscribe button down below and dinging the notification bell to be told when I bring out a new video. That is most certainly all from me today, guys. My arm is getting rather sore from holding up my camera because I don't know why I didn't put it on my tripod, but either way, each and every one of you have an absolutely wonderful, gorgeous, beautiful, marvelous, spectacular day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Ladada, love ya!